Good evening from the Willows for the Stones Bitter First Division Championship match between Salford and Bradford Northern. Well, as you can see from the conditions, absolutely appalling. It's been raining non-stop since about midday, and the puddles are there to be seen, and really that is going to make this an extremely difficult game, but an important one for Bradford. They lost last week against Lee. Malcolm's with me from Bradford. Do you think they must be fancying the chances to win tonight, Malcolm?
Well, one of the things Bradford Northern have got to do now is bounce back after that disappointing performance last Sunday, and of course minus Carl Fairbank and Paul Newliffe tonight, who were both on international duty in France, and Dave Watson out for 5 matches after being sent off last week. So hard work for the boys, but they've got to knuckle down and do it.
Even so, still a fair team. Let's just take us through the team out there tonight, please, Malcolm.
Yeah, well, number 1 there's Richard Darks, Richard coming in. Number 2 we've got Paul Medley on the wing. At number 3 Daddle Shelford. Number 4 Carl Hall, first time he's played in the centre. Peter Fox used him as a winger. 5's Brian McKebby. At 6 Neil Summers. Number 7 Derek Fox. 8's Paul Gratian. 9 is Trevor Clark. Paul Dixon coming up into the front row tonight, which is a little bit of a surprise. Normally Roy Powell there, but Dixon at 10. 11's Powell. 12 is Adam Greenwood, and at 13 Dave Heron. Neil Holding at 14 tonight, and John Hamer at 15. So yeah, a little bit of experience, a little bit of depth there in the side tonight.
Yeah, and the cheers in the background for Salford as they took the field. Their last game in this allegedly overcrowded season was 3 weeks ago, but they will recall that on that day they had a very, very good victory against Halifax. Since then, Greg Austin has rejoined the club, and let me quickly go through the team tonight. For Salford, Jacks at fullback, Critchley, Austin, Williams and Ford are the 3/4, Blakely and Gregory are the half-backs, and in the forwards, Young, Lee, O'Connor, Forber, Blease and Burgess, and the substitutes, Brown and Marsden. A game that's going to be a lottery. Mr. Smith from Castleford is the referee. In the game that's going to be a lottery, who's your money on, Malcolm?
Well, I don't know what to say. Both teams have obviously got the same conditions tonight. As you said earlier, been raining here all day, and touch and go until about half an hour before the kick-off as to whether Russell Smith allowed the game. But we've got the Sky cameras here tonight, so obviously we'll see how things go, and you might just have to excuse both of us tonight, because I think after probably 10-15 minutes a lot of the players, the numbers will be indistinguishable, but important game for Bradford Northern, and also an important game for Salford.
Absolutely, a victory and top 8's inside to defeat, and well, is relegation still threatening? And let's just make a mention at the kick-off of those 2 young mascots for Salford. One young lady there with a very famous father, Lauren Gregory. Now I wonder who's her father. Well, he'll be as chuffed for her as anybody. And also Michael Whitehead. Great that those 2 are out there, even in these appalling conditions, getting absolutely drenched, but I'm sure they won't mind that, alongside David Young, captain, and also Derek Fox. Great occasion for those 2, and one that we hope they will remember, and we hope that in spite of the conditions, the game will turn out to be a close and exciting one. So there was some talk in the press during the week that there would be a new rule tonight, and that is that the touch judge would determine the offsides, but after one game midweek that rule has been abandoned, and so it is as you were, as Mr. Smith, referee from Castleford, allows Bradford to get this game underway. Ball handling going to be well nigh impossible in these conditions. Any pass that's taken really will be a plus. Very, very slippy underfoot. Salford, when they've had, oh, look at the sliding on that, you can see somebody going in from 10 metres. David Young just about breaking the 20. Greg Austin back for Salford after 6 years away, and we hope that and there's one lost, and immediately Bradford on the way.
Yeah, bad mistake there by Paul Forber, and Roy Powell at the back there sweeping up. So Bradford with the first attack, and Trevor Clark taking the ball up. He's on the 10-metre mark now, just in front of the Salford post. So Northern with a little move on, but it's Gratian trying to keep his feet in these very, very slippy conditions, and Northern with Trevor Clark, Dave Heron in. The long ball out. That's a good ball out to Carl Hall, but Hall stepping out of the tackle lane. Hall still keeping going with the strength there of this ex-Doncaster player now. So Derek Fox onto the big fella again, Roy Power, but Powell's quickly hauled down as Russell Smith signals the 5th and last tackle. So Fox, little chip through kick, that's a good little kick, and that's a try for Medley surely. Paul Medley gets the try there. Gary Jack and Phil Ford both went for that ball, missed the ball, and Medley's hand shot out there and just got a hand to that ball. So we played some 2 minutes into this game, and Bradford already on the score sheet. Slippy conditions tonight. This is something that I know Peter Fox was saying to the boys in the dressing room on the 5th tackle kick, and obviously Gary Jack and Phil Ford making a bit of a mess there.
Well, that's right, and the kick was judged well. It just hung over the line in exactly the right position. It seemed as though Phil Ford had all the time in the world to clear it, but the ball just bobbled as rugby balls tend to do. And in the very first attack, Bradford have got the 4 points, and a 4-point lead in the opening 2 minutes is a great position to be in.
From the centre spot. A lottery tonight, but it's the same for both sides. And so a good long deep ball down, taken well by Derek Fox. Good driving run there. Dixon on the charge. Dixon playing at prop tonight. Adam Greenwood in the second row. Is Medley out on the wing there, but a good tackle on Medley as Medley's halted. Gratian will just tip the drive up again. Little prop, little step, but 3 Salford defenders around him very, very quickly there. It's kick time for Fox now. That's a good ball down into that corner, and that ball bobbling, spinning. Gary Jack going back for it, and the wall of Bradford chases up there as Jack tries to burst through. 3 tacklers there, but good chasing by Bradford, so Salford back in possession.
But a good 6 from Bradford, undoubtedly. They're playing with a lot of confidence in these opening stages, and Salford perhaps a little bit slow to get going. Andy Burgess is running well, but it's crossfield and he's on his own. His teammates are standing back. Mark Lee has nobody with him, so he has to go back inside. And certainly, I did say earlier on that Salford have started slowly in the past when they've had a break. O'Connor's trying to put that right. O'Connor much fancied by other clubs, but going to stay here at Salford, I'm sure. Nice pass on inside, it goes a good outside to Critchley. Critchley kicks on and the ball goes into touch off Kebby, so it'll be the put into Salford as the rain continues to team down. But certainly on the 6th tackle, and then that'll run from O'Connor, making good ground for Salford, and Salford in the Bradford half in possession for the first time in this game. Gary Jack looking to move the ball, but taken down and then slid another 10 metres. Incredible. We're going to see much more of that. Peter Williams going on his own, but that Bradford defence is looking solid at this stage. Mark Lee on to David Young. Oh, it's a lovely sidestep from David Young, lovely swerve, and he still goes forward to that 10-metre line. Great break from David Young. Salford in a good attacking position. Andy Burgess and Peter Williams, but again, Bradford arm just intercepting that one, and another scrum down. Good defence though, Malcolm.
Yeah, a little bit scrambly there, but yeah, David Young did well there, and unfortunately as that ball came out to the wing, Medley just got his hand to it, so it'll be another set of 6 to Salford. So yeah, they've got the pressure on. Andy Gregory, the ball in and out of the scrum.
And Blakely looking to find the opening, and he still gets through and almost gets to the line. Oh, it's good play using Williams as a decoy, and Salford so close. Gregory's there looking to find the opening, but that Bradford defence has covered so well. But this is good play from Salford, and the play still goes on. He gets his pass out, Andy Burgess goes back inside, but the Bradford defence holding firm. This is good play from Salford and Bradford. Andy Gregory has to hold on, then he goes back there. Who's that? That's Forber going through, he hangs on to it, and Salford's so close. A try so important. Get back into this game. A long pass out to Critchley. And Critchley gets his pass inside, and it goes to ground, but Salford recover it again. And I think the referee says goes backwards. He's not waved any tackles out. It's Salford still in possession, but the Bradford defence looking good. Blakely in the line looking for the opening. Goes back inside, sees the gap, he thinks. But as soon as he sees it, the tackler's put him down. Good play from Salford. It's the last one. Gregory's there. It's a little kick through. The chase is on, but the kick just a little bit too strong and goes dead. But that was, what, a good 12 or almost a good 18 from Salford, but better defence from Bradford.
Yeah, 18 tackles there. Obviously the ball very, very slippy tonight, and Salford doing well. But yeah, as you say, Bradford defence held out, and Gratian bringing the ball away now. So Bradford with 5 more tackles to try and get down the park as Roy Powell takes the drive, dips the shoulder, but 2 Salford defenders around the big fella there very, very quickly. Greenwood straightens up, but no way through there for Adam, getting a rare chance in the first team tonight as Heron onto Summers. Summers a little dance and dip about there, but put down by his opposing standoff half there. In Stephen Blakely, and Fox with the long ball over the top again, and that's going to hold up in the corner. Once again, the Bradford chases up there. Gary Jack bringing the ball away, but Derek Fox, kicker of the ball and chaser of the ball, so it's Gary Jack playing the ball, and Salford losing the ball there, but Russell Smith deciding it's a knock-on, so he'll go back, no advantage there. So head and ball to Bradford inside the Salford 22. And by the look of these 2 touch judges tonight, it looks as though they're operating this rule. Both touch judges at both the scrums that we've had have actually gone back 10 metres, so it's Bradford on the drive again with Heron. Heron drops a nice little ball inside to Darks, but Darks just losing the ball there. Picked up by the Salford loose forward, so Salford coming away again.
And that was an important situation for Salford to stop Bradford scoring, and they were looking to power, but there's one in the end. I think it's Mark Lee. No, it wasn't. Ian Blease dived on the ball. Andy Burgess trying to force a little opening, but Bradford want to keep Salford down here now. Gregory's moving strongly and positively. Nearly gets caught, but the second tackler brings him down in the mud bath, literally. And then moving the ball so that he can play it very sensibly. Blakely back to Forber. Forber running strongly and gets his pass on to Gregory. And back inside, but Marley just drops that one. Again, this ball's so difficult to take, and yet it could be those situations which at the end of this game are so vital.
So Bradford with the possession again, and Andy Gregory coming up after that tackle by Daryl Shelford. I thought he was going to come up gasping for air, but Bradford in possession with Dave Heron as Fox switches the ball up the short side to Powell. Powell just props, straightens up, but drops the ball as well. So this is going to be travesty errors tonight as Salford come away with the ball with David Young.
Yeah, Salford looking, and it's so difficult to hang on to this ball. And Terry O'Connor striding forward strongly, and that's the second strong surge from him, the sort of surge that is winning him acclaim throughout rugby league. So difficult to hang on to the ball, and there's Salford passing out adventurously. Gregory again going back, gets his pass on. Salford just not quite in line. To Blease. Austin did well there to get hold of that one, but he drops it, and Salford's following it up, but Northern back in possession.
So yeah, Trevor Clark, it looked like, was it Dave Heron on that loose ball there? There's nice little darting run down the short side there by Neil Summers, but I think this is what we're going to see tonight. A lot of handling mistakes, so Northern need the sweepers at the back to be able to pick up on any of these loose balls. Gracian's just going to drive the ball up the middle, gets out of one tackle there, but just ankle tap there by Mark Lee. Mark Lee, it was the hooker, just caught Gratian there as Northern try and get the ball going. Heron looking to go round the short side. Heron straightens up again, looking for somebody coming off the shoulder, but the runners weren't with him there as Richard Darks in adapting half-back. Fox switching the ball there, but everybody darting about as Hall picks the ball up well there, but Salford try and drive him towards that touchline on that far side. Kebby, about the cleanest one, along with Medley, as the ball's chipped over the top then. That's a good touch finder. Just inside the 10-metre mark, so down will go to scrum on the Salford 10-metre mark.
12 minutes gone, and Northern having the better of it territorially and looking the more confident of the teams. But Salford holding on well, even though they're 4 points down, and Salford will only get better in this game. Critchley, he'll find a space, not that time, but he sensibly hangs on to the ball, and Jack's there to take it forward again. And Salford out of their own 20. Salford's runners there. O'Connor, very good 10 metres from him. Salford looking to probe, and Thorber puts back inside and releases the ball. And Gregory in the line looking to pass it out, but the ball forced out of his hand, and
good tackle there by Steve Blakely as Roy Powell takes the drive up again, but Powell trying to spin round, but no real footing advantage tonight on this very, very wet pitch, and it's still rain coming down heavy. Derek Fox, nice ball onto Heron, but Heron just couldn't prise the gap open then. Fox, the little run round with Grayson, Grayson going at pace, offloads the ball to Powell. Powell looks to sell the dummy, had Dixon coming at full tilt there, but decided to hang on to the ball as Northern once again. The long ball out to Carl Hall. Hall gets the ball to Kebby. I think that's the first time Kebby's touched the ball as Russell Smith signals the 5th and last tackle. So Fox is going to put the little grubber kick in again. Salford, Peter Williams, it looked like that went down on that. So
I think it was Gary Jack, but that was an excellent Marley who got down on that one, but that was a superb defensive 6 from Salford, and referee this time penalising Bradford that play of the ball. That was a great defensive 6 because Bradford had the overlap on the far side, and the Salford scrambling cover got over there quickly to prevent Kebby going in, because another try from Northern at that point would have given them clear margin in the lead. And as it is, the penalty going to Salford gives Blakely the chance to clear his line, gives Salford possession, a possession which has to be prized today in these conditions. And what we saw then, as Malcolm was pointing out, is that the 2 touches on both sides of the field mark the 10 for the defending side. The Salford try and work this ball clear. David Young striding well, pushing 1 and then 2 off. Oh, that brings the warm applause from the fans. You've got a good swerve developed, David Young has. Paul Thorber, he's making good ground as well, and this is a good 6 from Salford. They brought the ball into the Northern half. Go on the short side, the little kick through, it's taken by Medley, and Northern recover possession.
Yeah, Paul Medley did well there. That little kick through as the ball was spinning towards him and fell on the ball, but Northern not really got the runners going as yet tonight, but who can expect anything in this condition as Dixon takes the drive up there, but swamped by 3 Salford defenders as Trevor Clark comes away from the acting half-back. Clark bounces into Andy Gregory, but Gregory finally gets him at the second attempt, and Paul Thorber there just to help matters, to put the fella down as the ball dropped inside to Summers. Summers at pace, and somebody must have shouted for that as Summers let that ball go, so it's Salford on the attack now.
Peter Williams there, but something of a let-off for Salford. Managed to retrieve the ground well, and Ford in possession. Now Ford can't quite get clear. Medley was very quickly up to tackle him then, because Ford saw some open space. And Salford in a good attacking position. That might have been forward, the referee didn't say so. Forceful tackling there from Northern. Play goes on. David Young playing so well tonight. Salford players surely refreshed after their 3-week layoff and now finding their feet and form in this game. Blakely deciding which way to go, keeps holding it on his own, makes one part break and almost a second, but in the end not much ground made, but Salford still in possession. It's the last one. Gregory's out here, the runners are with him. Gregory's holding on, it's a long pass out to Williams, but penalty going to be given against Salford for crossing in that move, and that was probably a fair decision.
Yeah, I think Andy Gregory, he was trying to prise a gap open there, and unfortunate, the player just shot in front of him. Was it Peter Williams or Gary Jack that shot in front of him? But free kick to Bradford, so a chance for Derek Fox just to relieve a bit of pressure, get the ball outside the Bradford 22 as Gratian taking the drive up again, but straight into a brick wall there of 3 Salford defenders. Dixon dips the shoulder, but once again the Salford defence holding out. Powell over the halfway line, the big fella hits the ball, but 3 tackles gone now for Northern as Derek Fox onto Dave Heron as Heron straightens up again. Heron got out of the clutches of 2 there. Heron still going, that's good running by Dave Heron, birthday boy last week, as Trevor Clark sells a little dummy. He's got Derek Fox in support. The ball onto Shelford. Shelford losing the ball there as Gregory sweeps up at the back then. Salford bringing the ball away again now with Paul Forber.
Yeah, good rugby from Northern, and the bounce of the ball going Salford's way in defence when it looked as though on 2 occasions Bradford might have found a way through, but the Salford defence is warm into this task, and it was good defence from them. And then there's another good drive from O'Connor, I think it is. Greggy in the line. It's his pass on to Gary Jack, who tries to burst through. He's so unlucky, but that was a good tackle from Fox, preventing him get away. And this time Bradford penalised for holding down in the tackle. So Salford coming back very much into this game with strong, decisive running like that in very, very difficult conditions. That penalty going Salford's way, and Blakely the chance to find touch, which he does do. 10 metres, 30 metres from the line, with 6 tackles to come for Salford if they can keep hold of the ball. O'Connor with the first charge. O'Connor's driving forward strongly tonight as always. Gregory's running well. Nice inside one to David Young. David Young made some telling breaks so far tonight. Salford in the 20, Gregory in the line. He's got his runners. Nice little pass inside to Andy Burgess. But the Bradford Northern defence, they weren't fooled by that one. They were holding firm. But it's Gregory again, running strongly inside again. And the pass goes on. Little kick ahead into space. The ball's running and running. And in the end, it was Medley having slipped who did the right things and knocked it clear. And a good attack from Salford, but the defence from Northern, well, it's sound.
Yeah, we're not picking Andy Gregory up, and he's bossing the middle of the park and bringing the runners on, but Medley did well there, slipped as the ball shot through and just managed to scoop it dead, so a drop out underneath the post, and not a good kick there from Fox, picked up by Forber, and it's Forber driving at the Bradford defence again.
Yeah, into the 20 already, and Forber won't be put down. No, he will now. It's the first one. Salford in a very good attacking position. Can they convert this position into points this time? Look at that, 5 metres only from the line. Somebody can almost slide over. I think that's O'Connor. But the Northern defence keeping Salford out. Quick play the ball, there's a run around. But again, the Northern defence up quickly and snuffing out that Salford attack. Cheers from the Northern supporters for the defence. Gregory in the line, coming out this way. Good crisp passing onto Peter Williams. But again, a very, very important tackle. And the referee has to say something about that. A very, very important tackle in on Peter Williams. And the positiveness of the running, and the linesman and touch judge saying something. But the positiveness of that play from Salford, the crispness of the passing, really belied the difficulty of the conditions.
Yeah, I'm just looking what decision Russell Smith's given there. He came over to the touch judge, but I think he's gone back to the original knock-on. Medley did knock the ball on at the second attempt once he'd got the ball, so it's the heading ball to Bradford, and Derek Fox just managing to get that ball as Salford got the drive on there. So Bradford need to work this ball out. They're still on their own 10-metre mark. Medley on the charge. That's good running by Medley. That explosive burst off the start. And offside there as the player dived in there. I thought Medley played that a little bit quick, and Derek Fox wasn't expecting it. I thought that was a fair dive round, but Russell Smith gave the penalty to Bradford.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. It was a fair dive, and in these conditions, the ball's going to stick in the water, isn't it? And a reasonable thing to do. As long as it's consistent, we don't mind.
So Bradford with another set of sixes. Dixon takes the drive up again, but Northern just keeping this ball tight up the middle of the park. Gratian straightening up again, offloads the ball to Fox, drops the ball back to Heron onto Summers. Summers made the half break there, but a good tackle by Greg Austin. Next Keith Little's Richard Darks coming up and wanting to get into the action. Somebody there just hanging on to his shorts and finally hauls him to the ground, but that was good running by the young Bradford fullback. Fox, the ball out to Summers. Summers, the little chip through. The kick, the chase, that's picked up by Hall. Hall straightening up again. Just 2 yards short, that ball stopped dead there, and Carl Hall picking the ball up superbly in these conditions as Heron having to straighten up there as the ball came out a little bit slow, but Bradford have the overlap on this side, but Salford defence managed to get across now as Fox once again, the little drop kick over the top, but taken well by Phil Ford. So Ford bringing the ball out for Salford, but good kick there by Derek Fox, but well taken by Phil Ford.
Yeah, certainly, and that was the different tactic that time. It was the kick in the air, and Phil Ford kept his eye on it. Didn't he do well? And didn't Andy Burgess do well? And making a lot of ground in difficult conditions like that. And Peter Williams going a bit further. And another important period of play for Salford not to concede, because Bradford Northern, when they've got in possession, when they've got in disposition on the park, they've looked very threatening. There's no doubt about that. And here's Andy Gregory. What a brilliant little kick through. And wasn't he so unlucky with the pickup? And again, Gregory's claiming he was interfered with. And in fact, the referee is agreeing with him, and he's awarding the penalty Salford's way. So that is a good change in tactics, and Gregory kicking through, judging it well, and then having the speed to follow it up, and interfered with when he tried to pick the ball up to perhaps to pass on to supporting teammates. So that's warmed the hearts of the Salford fans, who are really supporting their team at this present time in the game, and deservedly so. A good defensive six from Salford, preventing Northern from scoring, and now they're coming back into it themselves, in possession in the Northern half, and only 30 metres from the Northern line, but they've not scored yet tonight. They're working to move on the short side. The players are there. It's slow, crisp handling. Ford has pushed them off, but in the end he has to take the tackle on the 20. And the ball's sort of thrown away. Nobody's quite know what goes on. Everything's the referee then says play on. In the end, he brings them back, and he's going to give the scrum down for a knock-on. Although the ball sort of squirmed out from the mud bath. How did you see that one, Malcolm?
It looked as though when Paul Forber tried to get up and play the ball just popped out under his arm. Russell Smith not looking, neither were both of his linesmen, so it'd be interesting the decision he gives. Who he gives the head and ball to here?
Well, if it's a scrum down, it has to go to Northern, I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what's happened as Derek Fox gets the ball out of the scrum there. Neil Summers trying to come round the outside of his men to make the overlap as Darks from acting half-back. Good little relieving run there by the Bradford full-back, just giving his forwards a rest. There's been a lot of tired players tonight at the end of this in these very, very heavy conditions as Powell takes the tackle there. Gratian tries to hand one off, but no way through for the big fella. As Derek Fox looks to get his players going. Fox ducking underneath the tackle there. Didn't have any runners coming as Russell Smith signals the last tackle once again as Summers sells the little dummy and toe pokes the ball over the top. But that'll stick in the mud there on that far side as picked up by Jason Critchley, and Critchley taken down there by Paul Dixon.
So at that time it was Northern not making too much ground against the Salford defence, but the ball dropped, and it's Northern pick it up. And what's the referee going to say this time? Again, he's going to, I think, give the first defence, and Gary Jack so unlucky that he should lose that one. So another opportunity for Bradford to attack from within the Salford half.
Yeah, as we come up onto half an hour, getting near that half an hour on the clock, Derek Fox, the ball in and out of the scrum a little bit quicker as Summers onto Hall. Hall sells a little dummy. Hall into the clear, but the cover just getting across there as Hall with that little explosive burst found the gap there. Summers from the acting halfback onto Fox, onto Greenwood, but Greenwood Hall down just inside the 22. Fox once again, the little run round this time as Gratian looking for the half break, looked for Fox coming round on the run, but Salford doing a good job there, clamping man and ball as Heron looked for the runners coming, and that ball once again gone down loose and picked up by Salford.
So another good situation there for Salford. The defence was so good, and as soon as the ball was put down, Ian Blease was on it like a shot and making a good clearing run for Salford. And if only Salford can convert this performance into points. There's a long way to go in this game yet. Adrian Gregory looking to find an opening, the runners aren't quite there. It has to come inside, and Blease loses it. And this time the referee allows play to go on. A little bit of unnecessary slackness there, conceding possession from a good position.
Yeah, Daryl Shelford did extremely well there to dive in on that ball courageously. Looks like he's taken a bit of a knock on the arm there, but it's Bradford back in possession as Powell takes the drive up again, up to the 22. 3 or 4 players round him as big fella gets the handoff going. So Fox once again brings Heron on the run. Heron flops the ball over the top to Carl Hall. Hall stepped out of one there, but just lost his footing as that long ball went out. And Kebby on to Fox again as Fox gets the ball to Kebby. Kebby going for the corner. Bradford once again keeping the ball alive down that short side. Heron onto Gratian. Gratian going for the post. Gratian just a yard short there. Once again, it's the last tackle signal by the referee. So how are we going to see Derek Fox with that little chip through again? Once again, the angle kick for the corner. Medley's there again, but this time Medley offside, and Medley looks as though he's taking a bad knock there. He's gone into the hoardings. He's still down, and referee saying he was offside as Medley dived for that ball and scooted along the floor and went straight into those hoardings, but he's back on his feet. Medley, a little shake of the head there, but Russell Smith saying that Medley was offside, so it'll be a free kick to Salford, and they relieve the pressure once again on the line.
So yes, a refereeing decision going in Salford's favour because Medley had the benefit of being running in the direction of the try line, and that gave him the advantage over Phil Ford, who had to turn. But the referee very positive in his decision. And Salford now bring the ball away again. And Bradford tackling so well. A victory so important for Northern tonight with their league championship hopes, but equally important for Salford. And Burgess doing well to get the ball on and pass away to Forber now. Good strong surge from him. These difficult conditions, and Gregory in the line. Blease that time sensibly holding onto the ball, but Salford have made good ground with this play. Mark Lee's going, the little kick through, the chasers are there, but the ball sits in the water, and Kebby rescues it safely from the Bradford Northern point of view, and all of a sudden it's Northern coming forward.
Yeah, Richard Dark's doing well there, coming in acting half back, and looked as though he'd taken a high tackle there. There's a bit of an ooh from the Speckies on that far side, but Dark's having a good game as Dixon on the charge again. That's good running by Dixon, playing at number 10 tonight. Summers drops the ball inside to Shelford. Shelford at pace. That's good running by Del Shelford. Shelford stretching his legs. Shelford, and just hauled down on the 10 metres. The cover came back, but Bradford on the attack now. Quick play the ball wanted here as Derek Fox straightens up, and Fox would have been as well there to let that ball come out as Fox still going forward. Referee not shouted held yet. Heron, and that ball once again bobbling about there, and it looked like Medley that had got in looking for work.
Start and then caught him. Great defensive tackle, saving a certain try. And at the end, it was one pass too many from Northern that went to ground. But Salford finding it difficult to break this Northern defence, as indeed Northern now are against Salford. But inevitably in these conditions, foot holding so important. Andy Gregory selling one, then two dummies, but neither of them bought. Northern put him down. Lee on the short side. Now is there a chance for Salford? There is here. On to Phil Ford. Phil Ford steps clear. He's going to kick. He kicks ahead. He's pulled down after the ball. Ian Blease is chasing up. Ian Blease takes the man, darts over the line and tackles back. Good play from Salford on the last tackle. The kick from Phil Ford judged to perfection. And Ian Blease following up so sharply, but good rugby league from both teams.
Yeah, in the conditions, and Richard Dark doing extremely well there. He took the ball in the field of play, but because of the conditions, as Blease hit him, slid in goal. So that's a drop out under the post. And mistake there, but referee saying that went over the shoulder, so it's Gary Jack on the attack again.
He just hung on to that one, and you would in full flow, so Jack perhaps a bit lucky to get away with that drop ball, but Salford still looking to score 5 minutes to half-time. So important if they can get on the score sheet at this stage of the game. The third one into 20. The runners are there, the runaround's on. Nice pass on, but that one goes to ground. Salford recover it, the referee's going to wave them on. No, he's not, but I would have thought the first offence has been given, and now Salford penalised for Paul Forber making a comment about the decision. And I think, I don't know, how did you see that one, Malcolm?
It just looked as though there wasn't a knock on to me. I thought he was going to give another set of 6 because it looked as though a Bradford player had touched it and then Salford picked it up, so a little bit of a let-off there for Northern, but we expected this tonight in these atrocious conditions. So it's Dixon taking the drive up again for Bradford, but straight into the big pack of Salford. One of the biggest packs I've seen at Salford for quite a number of years here tonight is Gratian there, looking to stride through, showing the ball there. Trevor Clark from active halfback. Clark needs a big game tonight, as all the Bradford players do. Long ball out to Summers. Toe pokes the ball through. Kevy's onside as the players go back, and well taken there on that far side by Critchley. So it's Salford back on the attack again.
Well, in possession rather than on the attack, in possession, and having defended their line successfully from Bradford Northern on that play. It's a long way in these conditions to the other end. If Salford are going to score before half-time, they're running out of time to do it. Running up to 4 minutes to go. And Bradford Northern, they're not going to let Salford go. Andy Burgess has other ideas. Makes an important few more metres, but we're on the last one already. And Gregory, in the end, he's running it on the 6-1. Running, and a little kick through, and he still runs, but it goes into touch. Well, that was a good run from Andy Gregory, a good burst from him. And if that one had stayed in play, then the Salford chasers were there. But a good relieving run, a good relieving 6 from Salford. As we get into, 2 minutes to half-time, Malcolm? 2 or 3 minutes. 4-0 to Northern.
So Derek Fox to pop the ball in the scrum again, out to Summers, on to Richard Darks. Not had a lot to do tonight, but what he's done well. But well tackled there. So Shelford bringing the ball away from the acting halfback, just giving his forwards a little bit of a rest. Summers. Ooh, and Summers there. Carl Hall it was. I thought it was Neil Summers. Neil Summers it was. Couldn't really see who was who as Gratian takes that drive up. And good job Summers ducked there as the tackle came in, and he seemed to propel through the hole there. But Heron from it in half-back position. Heron props, gets the ball inside, but Derek Fox just couldn't take the return pass. So it's Salford back in possession. Set of 6 as Paul Forber takes the drive up for the Red Devils.
And the simplest of tasks so difficult in these conditions, and you really have to admire that Oh, there's one dropped, and Northern snap it up, and a real chance for Northern now with Fox going through the middle.
So Derek Fox doing the little sweeping job there as that ball squirted out, and Northern, with just a couple of minutes, could do with another try from the acting half-back. Good little starting run from Carl Hall there, and Hall using that little turn of speed to make the inroads as Heron once again. Heron props, straightens up, but he's pulled down on the 10-metre mark. So Northern with the little switch on to Dixon. Quick play the ball there by Dicko as Fox, the long ball out to Darks. Richard Darks straightens up, but straight into the waiting defence there as once again the last tackle signal by Russell Smith. So Clark's held just a yard short there, so that'll be the handover. Probably not realising it was the sixth tackle, and I think that's probably the last set of six that Northern will get as Salford come away with the ball again.
And I'm full of admiration for this Salford defence. They might have conceded a try in the opening couple of minutes, but since then, so far they've been able to keep out everything that Northern have thrown at them, and there is considerable force and power in this Northern team, and Salford have really performed very well, particularly in those situations near the line. And then Andy Burgess, he's yards faster these last few matches, isn't he? He really has to know it so well. Peter Williams juggling with the ball himself. It's just so slippy, that ball. And Salford looking to bring it clear. And there's one of the first kicks from Salford. Long kicks, it's going back, but it's well in play. And Darts is no real chase. Darts does well and go round to Rustin.
So Richard Darks doing well there, stepping inside. As that ball went over the top as Derek Fox looks to dart his way through. Fox hauled down on the halfway line as the Northern Speckies get behind with Summers again on the break. Little shimmy and found the gap, but just hauled down there. Gratian using his bulk to try and punch a hole in this stout Salford defence tonight as Clark, that was a nice little dummy there onto Heron. Heron coming running as Heron still going. Finally Gary Jack hauls him down as Russell Smith once again signals the last tacklers. Once again Derek Fox with the little chip, and Phil Ford boots the ball nearly through the clubhouse windows there as Medley was streaming up on Phil Ford. So
reminiscent of the opening 2 minutes in the first try. Phil Ford made no mistake that time.
That's right, Fordy not making a mistake there, but Medley showing that turn of speed that he's got. So it's a drop out underneath the post as the clock winds down to that half-time hooter. Richard Darks, an excellent kick there up to halfway line. In these conditions is Darks dodging, bobbing, weaving about, dips the shoulder, and that's good running by the young Bradford fullback. Deputising tonight for Dave Watson, and there's the early kick. That's a good kick as Kebby on the ball, and Kebby pulls his man down at the half-time hooter goes here at the Willows. It's that scoreline, Salford 0, Bradford 4, just that one poor Medley try in a very entertaining half under the conditions. Terrific this evening.
Definitely, and Bradford shading it, I think, in terms of possession and position, and always looking the more likely team to score, but only the one try, and the Salford defence holding good, and everything to play for.
So once again, half-time score, Salford 0, Bradford 4. Clean shirts for us in the second half, Malcolm. At least we can recognise the players again. Yeah, but how long for? I mean, it's still persistently raining, and it looks as though both teams with the same 13 that ended that intriguing first half in atrocious conditions. So 40 minutes of the game to go, and Russell Smith could exercise an option that after 60 minutes have been played could abandon the game, but obviously with the Sky cameras here tonight he might be a little bit loath to do that as Salford restart the second half. That's the long ball down, picked up by Dixon as Dixon takes that first drive up very, very quickly. 3-4 Salford players driving back. Powell dips the shoulder, but once again the Salford defenders wrap themselves round the big fella. Greenwood, that's a good strong drive by Adam. Derek Fox with the kicking game, and that's a high ball up towards Gary Jack, and Jack just takes his time there. There's Gratian upon him very, very quickly. A little bit of a belly flop there in the mud, so Salford come away with the ball. First touch of the ball in the second half as Critchley drives up.
Salford fans looking for the teammates in support for Critchley. They weren't there then. O'Connor. Marley doing a little dumb on his own. Good 10 metres from him. Blakely going to do the same. And he gets his pass on, but who's there? Gregory's got it, and he passes on nicely to Austin. Austin's going to kick through. He's the man with the speed. Surely pulled down. No, well rescued by Northern, and all of a sudden, defence could become attack.
Yeah, Dave Heron did well there at the back, sweeping up as Austin chipped the ball through, but Heron went down bravely on that ball, and one or two people saying that he was held back was Austin, but Clark coming away from the acting half-back makes a valuable 15-20 yards towards that halfway line. Gratian. Once again, 3 defenders very, very quickly round Paul Gratian. Clark onto Fox. Fox once again with the kicking game. That ball over the top as Gary Jack back there again, and Neil Summers up chasing after the Salford player coach, and finally hauled down there with the help of Derek Fox. So Salford driving away again. Critchley got out of one tackle but didn't have a runner coming once again.
O'Connor. Salford just looking in the need of inspiration. The referee says that one went backwards. No, it doesn't. So a pass that was a little bit over ambition, and putting themselves under pressure because Northern will have possession if they win this scrum inside the Salford territory, and Salford just not getting themselves together at the start of this half, and Northern have the put-in.
Well, Andy Gregory looking a little bit disgusted there that that ball seemed to go over the top of his head, but Bradford come up with a ball from the scrum as Summers onto Shelford. Shelford drops, straightens up, but that's a good tackle on Daddle Shelford. Neil Summers from the acting half-back, but clobbered there by his opposing number 6, Blakely, and Clark. Referee saying the ball went back. Clark doing well as Powell takes the drive up there as the screen goes up from the Salford spectators that it was a knock-on. As Fox onto Heron. Heron prop straightens up again. Heron gets the handoff going. Heron still going, but finally hauled down on the 20-metre mark. So Bradford with Fox, and that's a bad pass there, but picked up well by Greenwood as Greenwood going across the face of the defence, but forced down on that far side. And once again, it's the last tackle as Derek Fox puts the good high ball up. Clark's underneath it. That ball still bobbing. Bradford get the ball, and that's a try for Northern. Can't see who it was. It's Neil Summers who picked up on that loose ball. It was the Derek Fox bomb on that last tackle. The Salford defence just losing sight of it, and Neil Summers, poacher supreme, in there to get Bradford's second try of the game. Exactly 3 minutes into this second half, so Northern have done it again. So Derek Fox with the conversion attempt. Just had one goal tonight. That medley try in the first half, but this a little bit more easier. And Foxy finds the centre of the post. So 5 minutes into this second half, Northern extend the lead by a further 6 points. It's Salford 0, Bradford Northern 10.
Well, we can hear what the Sky commentators are saying about that behind us, and they have the benefit of the replay, and Steve O's saying that there was certainly an element of good fortune for Bradford in that try, because it seems that Gary Jack was clearly obstructed, but it's Northern who get the benefit of that absence of a refereeing decision and score the points right under the post, and now have clear breathing space, and Salford have got to score the twice if they're going to get back into and win this game. So it's 10-0 for Northern.
So Northern coming away with that ball with Adam Greenwood. Ball from the acting halfback, little strong darting run, takes 4 players there to pull him down. Gratian into space, high tackle there on Gratian by Andy Gregory, and that's a little bit silly. The referee had already gone in there, and obviously it was somebody going in to protect the player as Gratian still down on the floor. Gratian was in the clear there as Gregory came across, and Russell Smith in the middle of there, that little mealy somewhere there, just trying to sort everybody out. And Gratian looks like Dixon's going to be substituted here. See the number 10 on that far side, unless it's for Salford, the number 10 that's coming off, but Salford with a substitution. And it looks like Andy Gregory. Is it going to be a yellow one? Is it going to be a red card? Russell Smith there rummaging about in his hip pocket. Gratian still down on the floor there, having treatment. And Gratian going off the park. So it'll be John Hamer possibly that'll come on. It's the red card for Andy Gregory for that high tackle. So Salford losing the main cog of their attack. Andy Gregory, I don't know. Well, it didn't look as though that was a sending-off offence to me, but right again, Greg's had to go.
Yeah, that's a sad sight to see. I think the frustration showing now. Salford feel cheated. They feel cheated that the try was awarded for Northern, but that's not the way to come back, and if Gregory certainly committed an offence. So I think that is a sad record for Salford, because it's something, I think it's almost 4 seasons since Salford last had a player sent off, and it was sad to see that it will be Andy Gregory. And Peter Williams is talking to his teammates. They need to keep their heads up, because if the frustration creeps in, if the discipline goes, then we could see worse to come. A change on the Salford side. O'Connor has gone off and Bob Marsden has come on, and the fans really baying over there and trying to get behind Salford. Down now to the 12 men for the remainder of this game, and that's something like 30 minutes to go.
So it's Northern now. Northern just need to keep the cool as John Hamer on a substitute there for Paul Gratian. And this will be where we need some good refereeing by Russell Smith. A nice little switch there by Derek Fox onto Trevor Clark. Clark drops the ball over the top. And Daryl Shelford it is that catches the brunt there of the Salford tackling. So Fox puts the kick in. That's a sensible thing by the Bradford skipper. Up into that far corner. Just cool things down a bit as Medley up there very, very quickly. Finally the play halted in that far corner as Medley was up there quickly. Phil Ford looking to sidestep, dancing away, coming across the face of the post, but Ford's finally hauled down just underneath the post.
And Salford have struggled to find openings in this Bradford defence. with a full strength team, and now down to 12 men, it's going to be even more difficult. But it has been done, it is possible. If they can restore some discipline, Marsden, he will make ground like that. First run from him, but it's the last one already. Salford go on the short side, and a real chance now for Critchley down this side. Critchley on the chase, he's going on his own, he's got to kick through, the chase is on, Parks there, and Parks does a superb job. Derek Fox back there, covering and stopping what could have been a try for Salford, but a great attack from Critchley, and Salford penalised, even though Derek Fox pretended, dummied to play the ball, and Salford suffering as a consequence and incurring the wrath of the Salford fans. But that is Salford showing that they can find openings, can create the opportunity, and Critchley had a superb run down this near side.
Yeah, it was a good run by Critchley and a good chip through, but Derek Fox doing well there to sweep up at the back and pick the ball up as John Hamer brings the drive up there, and down he goes in a great big puddle on the 35-metre markers. Dixon's in the clear now, looking for runners coming, but there's nobody there with him as Paul Dixon made the break there. Fox, the long ball over the top to Carl Hall. Hall just checking the ball up there. Didn't want to come too near that touchline. Force of being pushed into touches. Kebby from the acting half back, but Kebby spotted straight away. Greenwood dips the shoulder but takes the ball in. That's the last tackle signal by the referee. So Derek Fox with the kicking game once again into the corners. Kebby on the chase for that ball, and player finally goes down on it. Critchley it was who went down on the ball. I think he must have found the only dry spot in the pitch there, because he didn't slide.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's the only bit without the waterline on the surface. And Derek Fox really, with his kicking, he's keeping Salford back inside the Salford 20. He's judging his kicks to perfection, and yet again Salford having to work the ball clear from this defensive position. But Blakely's trying to do just that, running with confidence. He does find an opening. It's great run from him. He's looking for support. Is he going on his own? He's going to take the man on. He's going round, and he pushes him off almost. Superb run from Blakely. Excellent run from him. Good tackle for them. And Salford moving this ball out so well. Forbes straightening up. And really Northern hadn't recovered into the onside position, but that was Steve Blakely at his best, and at last the decision goes Salford's way. And let's just play things cool, calm it down. With ability like that in the team, Blakely making, what was that, something like a 60-metre break, the longest one of the night, Malcolm.
Yeah, super run there by Blakely, and Richard Dark's doing well to get back and cover him. Little pity there, it looks as though the players were a little bit tangled up, but Salford getting the penalty, so another set of 6 for Salford now to try and reduce their arrears.
Salford only 12 men, Bradford Northern have the 13. A good strong forceful run there from Young, making ground, still making ground. Good, see 11, 12 metres from him. Marsden trying to find that opening, but the rest of the team just lying a little bit deep, not looking in support. Now it's going out, Ian Blease. Push further back. Good defence, solid defence from Northern. The try for Salford here is so important if they're going to get back in this game. Little run around with Blakely. Onto Peter Williams, onto Greg Austin, but Austin takes his eye off the ball, drops it, and Northern come up with it. And perhaps that little mistake there from Austin, perhaps unforced, and position conceded and possession conceded.
So Richard Dark's coming away there from the acting halfback. Dark's had a good game for Bradford tonight. Relieved his line well and taking that first drive up just to give the forwards a little bit of a rest as Roy Powell with the relentless charge. Clark on to Hamer. Hamer, that's good run by Hamer, but an equally good tackle there on John Hamer. David Young coming in there to put Hamer down as once again Fox with the kicking game, but that's going to go out on the far side, right on the halfway line, sliding off the outside of the boot, and looks like another substitution for Salford. The number 5 coming off. Phil Ford. And at number 14, Sean Brown coming into the fray as we go down to scrum on the halfway line.
So I can only think that is a change because perhaps Ford has an injury. But Sean Brown, he's going to take the Andy Gregory role. Scrum half. And I think it's Andy Burgess who's come from loose forward to go on that wing. And unfortunately, Gary Jack knocks on not once but twice there, and the ball even worse. Let's just see what's happening on the Salford team. Yeah, no, Andy Burgess is coming back in the pack, and just a little bit of 6s and 7s reorganising, but it's possession to Northern.
So Derek Fox straight from the behind the scrum there, the little darting run, trying to prise the gap open as the rain still comes down here at the Willows. And Neil Summers from acting half back, just taking that ball up, gets out of the tackle, shrugged out of the tackle there, as this time finally Summers halted, but referee waving play on there. John Hamer just drives up to the 20-metre mark. Still that scoreline, Salford 0, Bradford Northern 10 as Medley coming in off the wing, looking for work. That's a good run there by Paul Medley for Northern. There's Fox, the long ball out to Dixon. Dixon driving for the post, but he's held just 2 yards short as once again the last tackle signal by Russell Smith. Fox, the little chip and flip over the top as Carl Hall flipped the ball over the top, but referee saying offside there by Salford. So no, it's not, it's the handover. He put the hand up there that looked like an offside signal, so Salford come away with the ball after that little chip over the top there from Derek Fox. And Salford losing Andy Gregory a little bit, losing the way in this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, a bit of frustration I think after the try. But the heads aren't going down. They've recovered a bit more of the composure now, and we've seen that they can still make the breaks and create the openings. Forward will do that, and they're playing some nice rugby. A bit dangerous, bit tricky, but Austin at least hanging on to that, but unable to find any running space at all this evening in his first game for Salford this season. Brown going out there. It's the high one, it's going midfield, and Fox has no difficulty, in spite of the conditions, taking that one cleanly and immediately looks to run and set up another attack for Northern.
Yeah, Derek Fox doing a good job there at the back, the sweeper job behind his defenders, midway between the defenders and the full back, and sweeping that ball up well. So Northern coming away again. Greenwood on to Dixon. Dixon gets the handoff going, drops the ball over the top to Kebby as Kebby tries to step inside, gets out of one, but finally goes down there in a great big splash and puddle of water there as Salford trying to come round at that play of the ball there, and Bradford not playing the ball quick enough, and Russell Smith spotting the knock on there. Little knock on there as that ball seemed to stick in the water, so that'll be head and ball to Salford. But and would you believe it, I think the rain stopped. Oh, no, it's still coming down a little bit, but so Salford come up with the ball from that scrum, moving it along the line. It's Gary Jack tells the dummy, tries to launch in, but that's a good tackle there by Daryl Shelford on that far side to halt Gary Jack. Salford going down the short side.
Yeah, nice little pass there from Sean Brown. Peter Williams doing well to hang on to it at the second attempt, and Salford playing with purpose. Forber has to adjust his position, but he gets the ball on, and Salford handling well now, aren't they? Sean Brown, David Young playing well tonight. Look at that, still not going down, and he gets his pass on to Austin. Now is a chance for Salford. Austin tries to break the first tackle, but he can't do it. Good strong run from David Young, playing so well tonight. Sean Brown's going forward on his own, looking for a chance. Creechley's there, but nowhere to go for it, and he just forces Breby into touch. Perhaps a little bit early in the place to kick, but it doesn't matter because Salford from this scrum should regain possession, but the scrum position is right on in one of those puddles of water. Substitution on the Northern side. number 5, it looks as though Keb is coming off.
Neil Holding.
So Neil Holding's coming on. Neil Holding, great old pro. First game for Northern for some considerable time. He'll be out to prove a point or two, and Salford certainly will have to be wary of his fresh legs. He's playing in, he's moved into the centre, or is it standoff centre? And Carl Hall has gone into the wing. That ball eventually comes out of the scrum. Blakely inside, but Williams doing so well to hang on to that at the second attempt. And Marsden will go forward, but he's lost it. Oh dear, oh dear. So another opportunity for Salford gone.
So Derek Fox trying to get the players moving in as Dixon gets the handoff going, but once again the tackling coming in as Neil Holding in there as distribution. Greenwood just taking his eye off that ball there, so once again the ball going to ground. Salford coming up with that ball from that Adam Greenwood mistake.
Yeah, possession recovered, 20 minutes or so to go in this game, so Salford are going to get back in it. It's really getting to that time where we need to see a score, because they have the position at the moment in the half. Marsden pushes off one, tries to go forward, and he does just that. Forceful running from Marsden, answering this man David Young, and Salford in the 20 for tackle. Inside pass to Forber striding so strongly, it's the last one, and Salford in the best attacking position I think in this half, so close to the line. Mark Lee goes for the little kick, and Holding there with his first touch of the ball, happy to boot it dead. So Salford should recover possession. Northern in no hurry to get play restarted. Derek Fox does that. It makes only the 20. And Salford again going forward. Marsden doing just that, sliding a couple more metres. Blakely onto Ian Blease. Blease going on his own. And that's the way the tries are going to be scored. The unexpected burst. And he hangs onto the ball. Lee inside to Young. And Young so close. Young scored some good tries for Salford this season. And Salford are over, and the referee has awarded it. So that is just the try that Salford wanted. Coming back into it, Mark Lee settled the dummy and then went on his own, and bringing Salford right back into this game at 10 points to 4 only in arrears. So the try coming at a very important time from Salford's point of view, Malcolm.
Yeah, I thought the crowd shouted for a knock on there, and everybody seemed to stop, and then he picked the ball up and dived through. But yeah, all credit to Salford. Yeah, they've come back well, and a good try. It's the old story. You've got to keep the man out of the marker when he's so near. So that'll put a little bit more spring into Salford's step, and if they get the conversion now, there's only 4 points in it. It's one score.
So the question will be, as the time goes on to the end of this game, whether the one-man advantage of Bradford Northern, whether it will count and whether they will have the better legs at the end of the game. But certainly the score at this stage of the game, and the conversion from Blakely with, I make it 15 minutes to go, really lifting the Salford supporters, and I would imagine the Salford team 10-6.
So Bradford with Neil Holding, and it looks like the touch judge there just having a word with the referee. I don't know who he's pointing at or what he's pointing at, but it'd be Northern to restart the game from the centre spot. Just that 4 points difference now. So Derek Fox gets the ball over the top, and once again that stop sticks in the mud as Austin picks the ball up, sets off across the face of the Bradford defence, but hauled down on the 22.
And Burgess going with the second run. Spring in the Salford step of those two players. Austin looking for ball there and looking to find space. Mark Lee, Sean Brown trying to organise his colleagues. Paul Forber making important metres forward. Untangles himself. David Young pushes off one. It's the last tackle. Salford still in their own half. Going to Brown for the kick. And it's a deep one. It's going to run. and run. Chasers not there, and time, and the referee allows that to go, but some suggestion that there might have been a knock-on, but Bradford Northern inside their own territory.
So Paul Medley was there, he went back on that ball. Of that kick through, and Bradford coming away now with the ball. Neil Holding from the acting half-back, it's the ball onto Derek Fox, but nobody coming running, and Fox having to go on his own there as Holding and Fox together, trying to prize the gaps open as Summers, good little yardage made there by Neil Summers. Hamer up to the halfway line. Once again, the last tackle signal by the referee. So the ball with Derek Fox, and Fox puts the ball towards the post. Gary Jack a long way to go back, and the chasers not at that time on the ball as Jack brings the ball out of his own 20-metre area. So Salford back in possession.
Yeah, working it clear well. Look at that strong run from Andy Burgess. Crowd want some support. The crowd really trying to lift Salford tonight, and Marsden's going forward strongly. Hanging on to the ball, gets his pass away, and Blakely, he's had one thrilling run. And he still gets his pass on. This is good rugby from Salford, and there's still many support. And Andy Burgess is Marsden again. He gets his pass on again, and the pass is held. But that tackling from Northern firm, but good play from Salford. The try really has lifted them, as you would expect. Good rugby across the line. Austin can't get away. Being well marked out of the game so far tonight, but we still know he's got explosive pace if he can get to use it. Back inside and again inside. Ian Blease. Lovely play. Oh, forward pass, but it's allowed to go on. Oh, so unlucky there. Andy Burgess taken down. No, it was Bob Marsden. It was the kick through. Oh, it goes straight to a Northern player. And surely it was tackled on the floor. The referee says not. And so Northern have a chance to turn defence into attack. And perhaps that kick from Sean Brown should have been up and over and not straight at one of the opposing players. But easy for us to say that as it is. Good play from Salford. Good play from them. And also good defence keeping Northern at bay.
So Richard Darks there, coming away with the ball onto Carl Hall. Hall just propping up over the halfway line there, trying to get that all-important gap prized open as Northern come up the short side with John Hamer. Hamer dips the shoulder, had the supporting Neil Holding there, but just couldn't release the ball. Holding from the acting half-back, dodges out of one. Sells a little dummy, that's good, crafty play, and Holding still got the craft there, but it's 6 tackles once again for Northern as Darks puts the ball across the face of the post, but taken well by Salford on that far side, coming away with the ball now. And the cover getting across there is Richard Darks. A bit of a panic kick there, but Salford doing well to come away with the ball. Well, Salford playing their best rugby of the night so far, and in the situation where they're 10 points to 6 behind, whether they're down to 12 man against the 13, they have to throw this ball around, and they're now doing it in a style that really belies how difficult these conditions are. Good clearing run, good interlinking Burgess and Williams before. And Blease trying to find an opening, and Salford made it to the halfway line. Working the short side, it's a little kick ahead, it's into space, the chase is on, Williams is going, and Williams nearly gets there, but Dark gets the ball into touch, surely. Salford get that one from the scrum, crowd roar, Gary Jack's going to go on his own, good forceful run. Blakely's going on his own, good jinking run from him. So close to that line now. Can Salford really do what appeared impossible not long ago? Marsden having to come across field, loses a few metres, but Salford's still only 10 metres from that line. And the runners are there. Burgess Blease was there, but the ball dropped, the knock-on given, and the pressure eased on that Northern defence that at that point it was looking a bit stretched. So Northern, I think, will be glad not to have conceded at that point, Malcolm. Yeah, Salford really got the tails up now and driving at the Bradford line, and fortunately Paul Forber putting the ball down there, but so Northern come up with that ball from the scrum with Derek Fox, and Fox trying to spin round there, out of the tackle, but finally has to take the tackle. Carl Hall from the acting half-back position. Hall dips the shoulder. Good, strong running by Hall there, bouncing off big Craig Young. Medley trying to go round the outside, but Richard Dart's come onto the wing now. So it's Trevor Clark. Roy Powell from the acting half-back position. Powell just makes valuable yardage, but once again it's the last tackle signalled by the referee, so it's got to be a good long deep kick by Derek Fox. Fox screaming there at his players to get up and chase, but a lot of weary legs tonight on this heavy waterlogged pitch, and who's the man that's there? Derek Fox, but good break by Salford and a good tackle there by Roy Powell, just halting that attack.
Yeah, good run from Jason Critchley. Jason Critchley superb, and now is this a chance for Salford up that side? Back inside, good break from Critchley. Salford throwing it about so positively. And when you consider how bad the conditions are, when you consider they're down to 12 men, when you consider how tired, how strength-sapping this game must have been for these players, and Blakely having a prominent part in it, playing with so much confidence, probing for that elusive opening that could bring this next try. Ian Blease striding up and making important ground up the middle. Salford 20 metres from the line. It's the last tackle. Mark Lee's there, and it's the kick into the space. The chase is on, the defenders are there, and it's taken over the line by the fullback again, who really is having a cracking game today, isn't he?
Yeah, it was Neil Summers was that. Richard Darks, they've switched round. Neil Holding's gone to standoff, and Neil Summers gone to fullback. Richard Darks come onto the wing when Bram McKebby went off, but you know, the sweeping up at the back, this is what you need. You need that little bit of pace just to get back, but Fox, a little bit better kick that time, but Gary Jack just takes his time, picks the ball up and sets off on once again towards the Bradford 22.
And Salford in possession again, and can they make this position and possession count? Forber going forward. How long have we got? About 5 minutes to go. Salford having their best spell in this game. Northern defence up to it, but look how close Salford are to that line, just a few metres only. What can they do? Mark Lee's going on his own, but no, not quite. Salford's so close, and this time the Salford player is again pushed back from line. It's the last one. So the Northern are all offside. A little kick through, and somebody's put their hand on it, and the referee's saying it was a Northern player, so Northern to kick out again, and Salford really pressing. Salford having the best spell of the game, Malcolm.
Yeah, you usually find this, that when they're down to 12 men, a team tends to raise its game that little bit more, and Salford had done exactly that tonight and kept Bradford under a lot of pressure in this last 5 minutes.
And Northern eventually taking the drop out. It's a fair one in these conditions, but again, Jack makes absolutely certain. All this time he kicks. The chase is surely flattened after the ball goes down, and Northern recover the possession, and one wonders whether that is the right thing to do at this stage. It might have come off, but didn't.
Yeah, I think Gary Jack there just trying to catch the defence unawares, but the Bradford defence wary to it, and it was Paul Medley who got back there on the ball, but Northern still penned in their own 22. Dixon turning, twisting, makes them few more valuable yards as Richard Dart screaming for the ball on this side. Carl Hall from the acting half-back position, but nowhere to go there for Hall, and once again it's that 6 tackle signal by Russell Smith. These tackles coming round very quickly as Salford come in to shut Derek Fox down. And finally the ball scrambled away. Darksy should have left that ball, it was offside there from that, but Richard probably just seeing that ball kick out loose there, so Salford with the ball once again, another set of 6.
Well, Malcolm, we said it started off a good game. It's even got better, hasn't it, in the last 20 minutes? Bradford having to hang on desperately against the 12 men, and Salford really giving it all they've got in these closing stages, and one try will bring them level. How much longer? Perhaps about 4 minutes. Oh, nice little reverse pass to Forber, and Forber nearly strides clear, only 8 metres from the line. Salford putting so much pressure on. Not a little run around, little dummy move. And Salford 3 metres from the line. Critchley got his arms aloft, saying it should come out wide, but I don't know. Now it is doing. He's going back and a little run around. Oh, Salford just hanging on to that one so well. And Austin looking to find the space. And this time it's Burgess in the line. And he goes through with a little kick on his own. And he recovers it. And he's still play on. It's 6 more. And he's going out to Critchley. How Critchley go? Oh, so unlucky that on the first, what would have been a first tackle, Critchley goes into touch. But, oh, could have been a try. But great defence. Excellent defence. But super attack from Salford. Throwing the ball around. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and actually the referee there signalled another set of 6, so it might have been as well going down with that ball, because now it means that Bradford got head and ball. But Salford, yeah, put a tremendous amount of pressure on in this last 10 minutes, had all the possession, and Russell Smith just wanting the players on that 10-metre mark. So Derek Fox, undistinguishable Derek Fox, comes up with the ball from the scrum there. And some very tired, weary legs, led by example tonight as Derek Fox, as skipper, been in the thick of everything, as Northern just trying to bring this ball away. Medley going round the outside, gets the handoff going. That's good running by Paul Medley. Medley comes back into the pack. Started the game on the wing as Powell takes the drive up. New lease of life. Coming into some very tired legs as Northern drive that ball out of the danger zone as Heron prop steps inside and had Fox in support, and once again it's the last tackle as Derek Fox spins round. Lost the ball there, so that'll be the handover. So Salford with 6 more there as Fox was closed down very quickly.
So another chance for Salford. 2 minutes only to go. Brown on his own finds Blease running cross field, straightening up now, but the Northern tacklers, well, they know how important it is for them not to concede. Oh, there's one ball dropped and the referee is going to bring that one back. So a bit unlucky there, the ball knocked out of the hand in the tackle.
Yeah, but I think the rule states that if a player's going forward and the ball pops out and it goes back or forward, it's classed as a forward pass. So I think Russell Smith with the right decision there, but no disrespect to Salford. Yeah, they've really played an entertaining part in this second half, and Bradford been under pressures. Neil Holding there, coming away with the ball, came on clean, and he's actually one of the dirtiest players on the park, so hard to distinguish as Carl Hall prop steps the other way. Takes the ball up to the halfway line, and of course 2 valuable league points here for Bradford Northern if they can just weather the storm as John Hamer gets the handoff going. That's a good stirring run there by John Hamer. So are we going to see Northern come back as Trevor Clark goes from the acting half-back? I think it's about only the second time that Northern have been in the Salford half in this second half. Soaked up a lot of pressures. Holding going for the post. Holding adds support there as the ball hacked on. Shelford picks up at the second attempt there. But last tackle signal by the referee. Heron prop straightened. Heron going for the line. Heron scores a super try. Right on the stroke of full time. On the 6th tackle, he propped one way, he stepped the other, put the pedal down and left a wake of Salford defenders strewn about for a very important try, and that's killed off Salford now with just a minute ticking away. But what an important try as the Northern supporters on that far side now start to celebrate. But Dave Heron at 36 years old, he's got legs like an 18-year-old at the moment.
Well, that's right. The strength and the speed of that run at this stage of the game in these conditions certainly didn't indicate he was an old fella as he goes in these days. And that unfortunately kills off Salford's hopes in this game. So Salford, a long way to go for this season for them.
And Derek Fox there missing A simple kick, but that 8 points difference. So Fox missing quite a simple kick there off that Heron try, but I think that's possibly the decisive score as the clock winds down now, as referee just stopping play. And the backs as well, tackled in atrocious conditions. So Northern with Dixon coming away there, but a good tackle on Dixon. As Neil Holding ducking, bobbing, weaving with the head down, that characteristic crouch-like run of Neil Holding in his St Helens days. And Hall coming away from acting halfback, steps out of the tackle. That's good strong running by Carl Hall. Northern just switching the players round a little bit. Powell. Much credit to both teams tonight. Atrocious conditions as Fox puts the boot to the ball. That's over the top, and Gary Jack picks the ball up. And who's the man there chasing? Derek Fox, the kicker of the ball. Been a feature of Derek Fox this season, is kicking and chasing, and invariably the first man there to tackle. But Salford coming away again.
Yeah, Salford still not giving up. So Salford can take a lot of credit out of a very, very difficult game. The league points go to Northern. It keeps them on course for the championship. Let's hope they beat Wigan, please. Northern beat Wigan. But for Salford, well, not yet totally safe from relegation. And every match for Salford from now on is going to be absolutely vital. But Northern's night, and a very enjoyable game in deplorable conditions. But a full credit to all the players involved for giving us such entertainment.
Yeah, and the players being applauded off the field by both sets of supporters. But yeah, as you said, 2 valuable league points for Bradford Northern. Scoreline, Salford 6, Bradford Northern 14, and Derek Fox there just leading his players up to where the Northern spectators are, underneath that post. But Northern back on course now, of course, a weekend off next weekend, and then Good Friday, that trip to Halifax and Hull at home on the Easter Sunday. So another 2 vital points coming up, but a little bit of respite for Bradford Northern. So the final score from the Willows, Salford 6, Bradford Northern 14.